Israel responds to Hezbollah, and I will explain one theory that I had about it at the end of this video. But first, let me read the news here. So, Israel responds to Hezbollah attack from Lebanon, deploying tens of thousands to the northern border. Hezbollah, whose name means party of God, also spelled Hezbollah, is an Iran-backed Shia military group based in Lebanon. Okay, so Israeli forces have launched rockets into southern Lebanon, striking Hezbollah forces after the terror group fired anti-tank missiles across the border, initially hitting Israeli soldiers, officials said. Israel Defense Forces spokesperson Aleti Kal Jonathan Conricus said Wednesday that the Israeli army shielded the Lebanese border town of Duhaira and the surrounding area where the missile attack came from. He also said Israel was actively fighting a secondary front along Israel's northern border with Hezbollah and Lebanon. In addition to the counteroffensive, the IDF is launching in the Gaza Strip. We have deployed tens of thousands of additional knights along the northern border, Conrico said, including infantry, special forces, armored forces, artillery, air forces, and additional assets, including intelligence and logistics. He added, the message to Hezbollah is very clear. If they try to attack, we are ready and we are vigilant on our border. So Hezbollah is an Iran-backed Shia militia group based in Lebanon. The U.S. State Department has designated a foreign terrorist group. This group operates separately from Hamas, another U.S. state-designated terror group, which is based in Gaza. The Iran-backed group has endorsed the Hamas attacks on Israel, but has not officially joined the war. And here's a tweet from Israel Defense Forces. Oh my God. An anti-tank missile was launched from Lebanon toward a military post adjacent to the community of Arab Ai Aramshi on the Blue Line. Okay, so continuing the news here. The Israeli reinforcements were sent to the Israel-Lebanon border after Hezbollah fired anti-tank missiles at an Israeli military position in the northern border town of Aramasha. The Lebanese militant group claimed in a statement Wednesday that the attack led to the large number of wounded as well as some killed troops without specifying any numbers. Hezbollah said the attack was in response to Israeli shelling Sunday that killed 3 Hezbollah militants. It also attempted to invade the border, the EDF said. Okay, have more information here that in southern Lebanon, Hezbollah have already fired anti-tank missiles and rockets at our positions and soldiers, fortunately without any significant casualties. Conrique said there has already been an attempt of Islamic Jihad terrorists infiltrating into Israel. That attempt was successfully thwarted by the EDF, sadly at the cost of a senior officer and 2 other soldiers. And according to Congress, Israel was in combat on a third front after it detected rockets being fired from Syria. He did not say whether the rockets were fired by Hezbollah, a Syrian militant group, or another faction. EDF returned fire striking where the rockets were fired, he said. The death toll is staggering 1,200 Israelis. Conrico said, I will repeat that number because it is unimaginable. 1,200 that Israelis. The overwhelming majority of them are civilians. Yeah. Conricus clarified this spike in the death was not due to the new fighting, but because the EDF were able to come through areas that Hamas invaded on Saturday and are discovering bodies in various communities that Hamas infiltrated and conducted their massacres. The EDF spokesperson said there were another 2,700 wounded. He said these figures were expected to increase. Okay, and here's my theory about it, because Israel is known by its military force and intelligence and all this kind of stuff. And I don't know if for you guys sound weird, but for me sound a little bit weird that they suffered this attack by people, using parachutes and invading that club, if they were the most strong military force of the world and intelligence and all this kind of stuff, which makes me think that if they don't allow this to happen to justify their counterattack, and this is happening actually. So maybe they left that happen to have an excuse to counterattack, and and having the approval of the other countries, because you can't kill persons without any reason. So they kind of guarantee a reason letting the guys attack that club and invading their country with parachutes. So I don't know, it's just what I'm thinking lately. Tell me, what do you think here in the comments?